So Lisa, you have some great tips when it comes to how to get results when making a change. So when we talk about how to get results when making a change, you're not just talking about if it's wanting to lose weight. This could be too like a career switch for us.
Yeah, it could be even just about I want to start shopping at different places. I want to have a different menu for when I'm eating. It could be anything. I want to clean the back room of my house. It's relationships. It's any change. Because how many of us want to make a change? We sit back and you think, what's not working for us in our lives, or what could be working better?
Yes. Or, you know, one of the mistakes I do is I'll watch TV and I'll say, yeah, I want to be doing that, or I want to be making that, or I want to look like that. And it's like, well, then why am I just saying it and not doing it?
Right. So you've been inspired, and that's where we get our goals and dreams from. We're inspired by somebody else doing something that can either become a mentor, or as you said, somebody just look at it and you think, I really like that. That would make me feel good.
Okay.
So it becomes a desire. And then it turns into more of a goal when we actually attach intention to it. Do you truly, when you're sitting back and going, I could be doing that, I want to do that, do you truly have the intention of doing it or just saying it?
And that, you know what, that's important to ask yourself that question.
Yeah. Do I really want to make $5 million? Or do I want to make 500,000? You know, there's what is your true intention? Do I really want to have blonde hair, brown hair, red hair, or do I want this? So being attached to it with intention.
Okay, so those are some of them right there. Need or desire, goal, intention, and then what possible or current obstacles have been in your way that prevent you from doing this, I guess.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, whatever we think every day, we've thought about it the day before, and the day before, and the day before.
Right.
So this is not a new thought generally. So what is it that has already been stopping you? Is it your own fear that you believe that you cannot achieve that, or that you're not good enough, that you couldn't do it, or is somebody else telling you that you can't?
You can't do it.
Yeah.
And I just say the funny thing is when you say about fear, you think like this is just a word, but yet this word has so much control behind it.
Yeah.
Because it really does stop us in our tracks from getting what we want.
Yes. We have to say, is the fear stronger than my belief that I can do it?
Okay,
That's
I like
a big
that.
one.
Say that again.
Is the fear stronger than the belief that I can do it? That's why you must have intention. You cannot, if you stick to the fear, I mean, what can't you not? You can do anything, really. If you truly think, you know, I can do this. So we move into very specifics. You know, if I can do this, then when will I do it? So when will I do it? How will I do it? And who is going to support me in doing this?
Okay, now that's a biggie, because when you talk about who's going to support you, you're not just talking about family. You're also talking about maybe co-workers, your friends.
Yes, education. So if I want to take a course and I want to become certified in something, then definitely that institution is going to be my support. And I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with them, that they have my best intention at heart, and they want to help me get to my goal. I need a team. You know, that's what it is. You need a team. Your support is not just, you know, what, going and checking with your mate. Do you think I can do it? Will you support me? You know, you need a team to help you get there.
And that is so important to have, because I mean the thing is, it's great to have this dream and this desire of wanting to do something, but it's also nice to have that team around you that's going to rally behind you and say, yes, you can do it, and you know what, today might not have been a great day, but tomorrow's going to be even better.
Right. You are going to have those highs and lows. And speaking of the highs and lows, and especially that supports a team, when you set this goal, say it's a long-term goal, so it's a year.
Okay.
When you start off, okay, in a year I'm going to get there, I'm going to do it. Don't think that maybe around the 2-month mark, the 3-month mark, you're going to go, ooh, am I? You know, ooh, what have I accomplished? What have I done? So when you question that, you have to remember to look back and say, no, you know what? No, I've accomplished this little step on the way and that little step.
Right, because you don't want to be saying to yourself, oh, look at that, I've accomplished nothing, I'm just going to rip it up and just not even bother with it.
Yeah, and a lot of us do that. How many times have you thought, you know, I'm going to have abs, 6-pack abs, you know, and then you don't realize that you've already trimmed down a little bit, and that's your way there, you're getting there, but you don't have the abs yet, so you think, oh, forget it, this is too hard.
We do that a lot, don't we? When it comes to our weight, you know, you start off for the first few days and things are going great for you and you think, this is fantastic, and then there's a piece of cake put in front of you or a brownie, and you indulge in that and you think, and that's when you start calling yourself all the bad names, and you say, that's right, I'm a loser, I blew it, I can't do this, I'm stupid, and then you get into that whole depression, and then before you know it, you've got a whole bunch of food.
Yeah, you've now self-sabotaged. That's when you need your team, but also not to forget, I love challenges. I think they're fun. Yeah, if you can change your mindset about a challenge. So something comes in your way of stopping you to get that goal. It's just what it is, it's temptation. It's asking you, that challenge is there, and saying, do you really want it?
You know, and it's interesting you say that. We do that a lot around here at work. I always say to our team, I always say to Mike, is that a challenge? You don't think we can, and then, you know,
That's
and
right.
we'll
Yes,
go back and
yes.
forth?
You have to embrace it almost. Like, you know what, I'm going to take that challenge. Sometimes I use the word when I'm working with clients and members. I say, you know what, I sometimes will choose to challenge them if I think they would take it on, or I change my language and I say, I invite you to accept this challenge, so to speak. And so it's more of an invitation. Say, yeah, bring it on in a nice way, a polite way. I'll invite you to this challenge and I'm going to overcome it because, and why because? I can do it because I have my plan of action. I know the date that I'm going to set. So I just brought, you always want to have a calendar handy.
Okay.
So I brought a calendar here. This is my little kitty cat calendar.
Hold up for a second so we can get a good picture. Look at him.
I'm just actually going to drop. So what I do, in order for me to actually want to go to my calendar, I have gone to, you know, a lot of businesses do this. You can take your photos of your children or somebody, maybe it's the goal, say it is weight loss.
Okay.
Put pictures, you know, from your camera, you can download my thing, and put them on a calendar so every month you have that reminder that when you're on and you're like, yes, I achieved this and I accomplished that and I'm on my way to my goal, and you have a picture, inspiration, something that's going to keep you on there, a planner.
And that's where your plan would come in, your contingency plan.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Contingency plans are really important because what happens if you were going to go to Florida or one of the islands maybe,
Right.
but then a tornado hit and you know, ooh, I can't really go there. However, what about going to something very similar, whether you were going for the culture or for the weather, find somewhere else that's very similar to it so that you don't go, bummer, can't go.
I can't believe that happened. Yes, I'm not going now. My plans are all ruined.
Done, yes. And as a true experience, I have said all my life that I was going to get to Paris by a certain age, and it was coming close. I was 2 weeks behind. I was like, if I don't go, I truly will feel like a failure. I've said this all my life since I was a little girl. And you know what? I thought, whatever it takes. I mean, I hopped on that plane alone and I went to Paris.
I remember you saying that, and I said to you, you went by yourself, but you had a fantastic time.
I did. It was different than I thought. And that's the thing is, whenever we have a goal, we have an expectation, which is good. It keeps our vision focused and going there. It may not happen that way, but be open to it, accept it, and embrace it, and be thankful that you've gone, that you've got there somehow, some way, and just learn all the new things that are going, because you're going to set new goals from that point now.
Okay, another thing that you say too is commitment, time and energy, and that's where, again, the calendar comes in play.
That's right. Love the calendar. So I brought the little map. You've got a road map. You know, you know your way. I brought batteries actually. Here's what you have to have your map. You have to know where you're going and how you're going and what route and the contingency plan where you're going to go. I've also brought some batteries to remind you that we need that fuel. We need that energy. Like what's going to keep us going.
Right.
Right. So you got to know what you're willing to commit. What it might will, because commitment and a change is a little bit of a pain at first, but it's a shift. If you want to have 5 hours to dedicate to something, it's going to come from somewhere else, whether it's watching television or going shopping, whatever it is. You have to switch it and change it. So what is your commitment? How many times a week? How long? What's the duration? Is it an hour? Is it an hour and a half? Is it 5 hours?
Okay, another great tip. And then you say, last but not least, action plans in steps. So you see mini results, and then you've got the bigger results.
That's right. Always have the mini and the big. So even if it's in 1 week, I'm going to do something, then every day, what are the little results that you've achieved already getting there? Is it just the fact that you're still committed?
And you know what? And if you keep yourself committed, then you're staying focused, and you're going to, in the end, get what you want.
That is an accomplishment in itself.
But just don't lose sight of what you truly want and what your goal is, because it can be very tough right at the beginning.
It is, and halfway through or next. So just always listen to your heart. What do you want? And always remember how you'd feel if you didn't get it. That might keep you going too. I know that kept me going on the plane.
Right.
But you know what? Just keep it going and celebrate the fact that I've got goals and dreams that will keep you living.
It does, and that is so true, because my girlfriends and I, we always talk about this, and we always say that it is our dreams, each one of us, the dreams that we have in the back of our mind, that keeps us going each day, because there's hope out there, because you know that it's something to look forward to.
That's right. It's life.
Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you.